What's up, guys? We are back and we're taking a look at some more NBA player props today, this time over on Sleeper. We have a ton of NBA games today, and I'm feeling pretty good about the two player props I'm talking about in today's video. Let's get into these free plays and let's get into it. First off, if you guys are not already on Sleeper and you guys want to join right now, you can do so with the link down in my description below, and promo code DOMG can get your first time deposit matched up to $100. There actually might be a promo if it's still running where you guys can get that first time deposit match up to $500 if you guys use promo code DOMG. And on top of that, you also will get access to a free square. So a bunch of different promos on Sleeper right now. If you guys want to join, use the link down in my description below and use that promo code DOMG. But let's get into these free plays here. Hoping to catch some W's today. Let's do it. But before we do so, make sure you guys check out the Dub Club, because the Dub Clubs we've been absolutely cashing out as of late. You guys can see right here, if you don't know what Dub Club is, it is a messaging service that sends all the entries that I make to you through the Dub Club app, email, Telegram, or Discord. My plays come for sites like prizepicks, underdog, parlay play, sleeper, and chalkboard. You can see right here that I'm reputable because my prizepicks left 10 net winnings are over $5,700 instead of other people showing you guys like pickets where you can manipulate the units and kind of things like that. This is just straight up contact support. Prize picks, what are my dollar amount lifetime net winnings? So you guys can see right here that I'm reputable. Been doing this for about 2 years now. You guys can see right here $5,700 lifetime winnings over on Prize Picks. On top of that, you guys can also get in right now with two different special offers down in my description below. The first offer here for the Dub Club is going to be all access, which includes all sports, all everything. You guys are getting 25% off your first month. So Dub Club, 25% off your first month. That's the first offer there. The second offer is going to be only basketball player props, but you get even cheaper than all access, and you also get $5 off. So pretty good deal going on right there if you guys are interested in checking out the NBA tier right there, which is just basketball player props. Both links are down in my description below. But with that being said, let's get into the free plays today over on Sleeper. Let's do it. The first play prop I'm gonna like here is going to be over in the, which one I want to take a look at first. Take a look at the earlier game first. So we're going to head over to the Cleveland and Chicago Bulls game here. Before we hop in though, make sure you guys play responsibly and at your own risk. And of course, give me a follow on Twitter at DOMG Props, and also join the completely free Discord, which you guys can join with the link down in my description below. Completely free to join Discord down in my description below. But the first play prop I like is going to be Donovan Mitchell over 6.5 assists today. So he's at 6.5 assists today over on Sleeper. I like his over personally. Let's take a look at why I like this prop so much. Let's head over to props.cash, which is a tool that I've been using for about 2 years now, and I absolutely love it. You can get it for yourself. Link is down my description below. Use promo code DOMG because that will get you guys 25% off. Again, promo code DOMG get you guys 25% off of props.cash. But this is Donovan Mitchell and his 6.5 assist. He's looking over this in 21% of games this year. So why do I like Donovan Mitchell so much? Let's take a look at the injury report here. No Darius Garland and no Evan Mobley today. In games without Darius Garland, you can see he's over in 33% this season and 43% between these last two seasons. So it does go up just a little bit here. However, of course, Mobley is out again. So let's take a look at games without both of them. He's over in 50% of games and also 50% between these last two seasons, with quite a few games with him falling on exactly 6 assists. But we're just take a look here at his minutes also, by the way. Two of these games where he missed, he saw only about 24 and 25 minutes. This game is expected to be a little bit closer than those games were. Both games, by the way, were against Washington of all teams. But if you take a look at games where he's played 30 plus minutes, which he should more than likely see today, he's over in 4 out of 6 this season, with both misses being on the hook. And then the other games right there, actually, I mean, all of these games have been on the hook, but he's over in 63% between these last two seasons. So a lot of reasons to kind of like Donovan Mitchell just right off the bat, but mainly the reason that I like this player prop so much is the matchup today, because he faces the Chicago Bulls today, who are a very, very nice matchup. Take a look at opposing point guards and how good they've been against opposing point guards and their assists. Not very good. You take a look at Trey Jones here. He had 4 assists right there with an 8.5 line. That was a rare miss because he actually had 9 potential assists in this game, by the way. I believe it was 9 if I'm not wrong, and actually took him over 6.5. His move just moved crazy after that. I think his line was about 5.5, I believe, is when I locked it in, and he had plenty of potential assists, but was not able to convert because his teammates just kept missing, their shots. So that's just kind of thinking with assist props, but Trey Jones probably should have been over in that game. Curry, he had 9 assists against this team. Fred VanVleet, he had 10 right there. Terry Rozier had 8. Terry Rozier again, he had 7 against this team. A lot of these high-end point guards, and not even necessarily high-end point guard, they're going over this line. Like Terry Rozier, he had a line of only 5.5 right there. And, the other time, he had a line of 5.5 yet again there at a minus 129. Jalen Brunson had 13 against this team with a 5.5 assist line. These guys have had lower lines, like Curry, again, 5.5. He was able to drop 9 assists on this team. Mitchell here has a line of 6.5 6.5, as long as his teammates are hitting the shots that he's assisting, he should be able to go over this player prop here. I'm really liking the spot here without both of these guys being on the team, with him likely seeing the 30 plus minutes, and with this line being a little bit lower because of those games where he's had, only like those 25 minutes. And I think he should be able to go over his 6.5 line today for his assists. Let's move on though to player prop number 2. Let's head back to sleeper here and take a look at player prop number 2. So this player prop is going to be in the late game here. It's going to be at 10:30. We're going to take a look at this here. I like SGA over 31.5 points here. This entry will pay out about a 2.76x is I think what I locked it in at. This entry right here is going to be personally 75% of a unit for me. I did not lock in a full unit. I might like these guys for a unit tomorrow. Depends, because I'm recording this a little bit later at night, I will say. But Dub Club will know, of course, anything if I do up the units on these guys. That will be over in the Dub Club. You guys can go ahead and check that out. But I really like an SGA today. Let's take a look at why. Let's head back to props.cash to take a look at this here. So SGA in his 31.5 points. First off, he's over in 57% of games this year. But like I like to do with a lot of these player props, let's take a look at his last 10 games and the minutes that he's been seeing. He's seen 33 plus minutes in 9 of his last 10 games. One game where he missed, he had only 21 minutes. But in games where he has seen his normal 32 plus minutes, he's over in 70% of games this year, with quite a few games on the hook. 3 of those games being on the hook. If you ignore those games with him being on the hook, I mean, he's over in 78% of games. So, I mean, he's had a lot of games where he has ended up hooking. Maybe you want to go with like an alt line on a sports book or like chalkboard. But I do like SGA personally over 31.5 still. But he's been very, very good. And it's a really nice price on Sleeper, by the way, because this is like a minus 145 right now on DraftKings. It is still on MGM at minus 120. You can take a look at what he's done in away games so far this year. He's been even better, over in 73%, so a slight boost there. I think this matchup here against the Lakers should be a pretty nice spot. If you take a look at opposing point guards, how well they have done against opposing point guards. They're allowing about the 11th most points per game to opposing point guards so far this year at 25.48. The last 7 games, they have been a little bit better if you take a look at it. They allowed 25.6. Opposing point guards against the Lakers, let's take a look at this here. So opposing point guards here, how have they been? Colin Sexton had a line of 15.5. He was able to drop 27 on this team, but they really haven't seen too many high-end point guards besides like John Morant. He had a 26.5 point line, not 31.5. He was able to drop 21. McCollum, 19.5, dropped 22. So they haven't really faced too many high-end point guards. So it's kind of tough to take a look at that there because they've only faced like 2 guys in 2024 with a line that was in the 20s even. So. Can't really take a look too much into that there, but I think SGA is in a really nice spot. You take a look at what he's done against the Lakers in the past. Both games this year, he's dropped 33 and 34 points against his team. So I think yet again, he can drop, another 33 or 34 points in this one, especially if he sees the same amount of minutes that he's been seeing. I expect him to do pretty good in this game here. So I think it should be a really nice spot here for SGA. He should be able to see the minutes with this game only being a 2-point spread. And I really like the matchup as well here for SGA. It's just a really simple breakdown. Really great when he sees those minutes. Has been very, very successful against the Lakers in the past. He's great on the road as well. A lot of reasons to like SGA and his points today. I personally am on that one. But that's pretty much going to do it. We're not done quite yet though, because again, you guys check out the Dub Club. Get in right now. You guys can see over here that I'm reputable. 2 different special offers down in the description below. But also I want to show you guys the Daily Grind Optimizer and the Correlation Tool. This right here is going to be the Optimizer from Daily Grind. You guys can get it for yourself, this tool. You guys can use the link down in my description below, and make sure you guys use promo code DOMG because that will get you guys 25% off of your first month. So Daily Grind here in the Optimizer, this is how the tool works. Pretty much all you do is click the refresh button, because when you click the refresh button, it pulls up the best expected value plays on that player prop site. Right now, Stephon Diggs is really favored over the 5 receptions mark here because he's like a minus 106 on FanDuel. It gives a really nice push potential spot at 5 receptions with some chances to go over. But with this tool, you can also filter it down to find plays that fit really nicely into like a 2-pick power play or 5-pick, 6-pick flex. Gives you some really nice player props here. By the way, that's only one of the 3 tools that are included here. There's also a mailing tool and fantasy score projection tool wrapped into this fantasy bundle. Use that promo code DOMG. It will make this a little bit cheaper for you guys there, but I personally really do love these tools. And again, there are 3 tools wrapped into one. That was only one tool I showed you right there, but also there's the correlation tool, which is sold a little bit separately, but you can see right here it's up 751.4 units here since August 18th. I mean, this tool is absurdly good. I've personally cashed a 25x with this tool myself, but what this tool does is it finds correlated plays. So for example, in the Steelers Bills game here, we'll take a look at this over on Underdog. So right here, you can see if Josh Allen goes for his passing touchdowns, that's going to kind of factor in and correlate a little bit here with James Cook and his receiving yards and Stephon Diggs with his receiving targets, because if Josh Allen is throwing the ball a lot, potentially potentially throwing some passing touchdowns, it could be to those types of players. And also, if this game is high scoring, that's also going to kind of equate to Mason Rudolph also having quite a few passing yards as well if this game's really high scoring with a lot of passing. This game not necessarily going to be that way with the weather being that way, but this slip is going to be correlated. And they have this tool for a bunch of different player prop sites. Like there's a prizepicks one right here that you guys can take a look at there. Probably should use that as the example. But also there's other player prop sites, like I think that's Dabble and Better right there. No, Better's right there. That's Boom Fantasy, I think. But there's also Underdog on this tool as well. So there's a lot of different, correlated slips that this tool gives you. So if you guys want to get it for yourself, just click on DFS Correlation. Again, use that promo code DOMG because you're going to need it. This tool is definitely on the more expensive side, but it's something that you guys can afford and something you guys are interested in. You can get this tool with the link down in the description below. Again, using that promo code. It does help the channel a ton if you do so. But with that being said, thank you for watching today's video. I'll see you guys hopefully in tomorrow's video. Best luck with your player props, and I'll see you guys over in the Dub Club. Peace out. Thank you for watching. Let's keep cashing.